Library Park is about 1 3/4 acre, which doesn't seem large, but in a city is actually very large. The park is located right at the back of the Allston Library, which is just the center of the community here. One of the most important things was to extend that sense of community through a landscape.
This used to be a cement company, and when they decided to build the library, they showed us some pictures, and I said it could be built upside down as far as I'm concerned, because it's better than what was here.
I actually live one house right behind the house we see here. I'm right across the street there. Been there my whole life. I bought the home from my brothers and sisters. And the concrete was piled as high as the roof of these buildings over here. All you had to do was add water to your windows and they'd be cemented shut.
As kids, we'd always say, oh, let's go to Mackey's. And there was always a lake. It wasn't a lake. The ready-mix trucks, they would wash out the drums, and they'd always empty the water, and it collected. We brought fishing poles. Nobody ever caught a fish there.
I got the health department here because of the sand and the soot and the wind, and people would hang out their clothes and it would be just gray by the time they took it in. And there were a few of the neighbors who had asthma real bad, and it didn't help them at all. But the health department did come. She had a black suit on. She climbed up the top of the hill, and it was a real windy day, and by the time she left, her suit was white. And inside of a month, the place was sold. So that kind of started the whole works.
I want to welcome everybody here today on this absolutely stunning afternoon to the opening of Library Park.
It's such a thrill for me to be here today because I do remember that day 3 years ago, almost exactly, when we were here for a picnic and for the kind of launch of this project. And I remember there were big white pads up on the walls and people were writing down ideas about what the park might be. And to actually see the reality that came out of all that collaboration and discussion and out of the partnership that we at Harvard have with the Allston community, it was very exciting for me, and I'm so delighted to be here today.
This neighborhood recognized what they needed before any designers showed up, but they didn't have any place that would provide a quiet place for families to congregate, some place for somebody with a cup of coffee to come in the morning.
I think the children would use it. And if they get so that they can open up the back door and have self-service, I guess, maybe people can take a book out and come right into the park.
It's really going to expand the whole library usage. Now people can come and borrow a book and sit out here and read, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic.
What the heck with Kindle?
Right. No Kindle.
Well, we're old. We love books.
This will be a well-used park by the neighbors and people who visit in the library. And I will use it quite a bit myself, yes. It really looks nice and a great place to spend some time.